A very good morning to all of you. So now today we are going to understand the stability factor for a fixed bias circuit. Now I have already told what is the meaning of the fixed bias circuit because in this fixed bias circuit you are having all the parameters as fixed. The VCC is fixed, RV is fixed, RC is also fixed because the base current value, that is IV, will be equals to so for if you want to find the IB, then you will have to apply the KVL in the input port. So after applying the KVL, this will be minus VCC, then plus into IB then this will be plus into VBE. So will be equals to 0. So IB will be equals to VCC minus VBE upon RB. Now this VBE is a very small value as compared to the VCC because you are going to apply the battery of 9 volt 10 volt. So in that case so if you just compare 10 volt value and 0.7 value, it is negligible, and if you take a germanium transistor, then it will be 0.3 volt. So IB is a constant value. We can say it is nearly equal to VCC upon RB, and IC will be equals to beta into IB. So in that case your everything will be same, but provided if you have not changed your transistor. So when you are going to change the transistor parameter is going to change, and that is a beta. So when beta changes, there will be a variation in the IC value. So now our today's topic is stability factor. We know that this fixed bias circuit is not stabilized because if you increase the temperature is going to increase. It means what? ICBO is going to increase. When IC is going to increase, it is going to increase the heat loss, and that heat loss will again increase the temperature further, and that temperature will increase the minority charge carriers again, and that will have the impact over the minority current, and that is going to increase the collector current. So there is a vicious circle which is happening. You can see this is a continuous process, that is a cumulative process, and this will lead to a thermal runaway. So we need to stabilize, but before that we'll just try to find the stability factor, because we have already studied in the previous video that the lower the value of S, then your circuit will become more stable. You can say your system will become more stable. This S value will be small. Now, what is stability factor? Now, stability factor is defined as the change of collector current with respect to ICBO. You know that we are having three important factors, that is the ICBO, then we are having VBE and beta. So because of these three important factors, your operating point will shift upward and downward. Now why this operating point is shifting upward and the downward? Because there is a variation in the IC. So we are just finding out the rate of change, that is the variation of IC with respect to the ICBO. Then S prime will be with respect to VBE, and this will be S double prime. So now the stability factor, because the most important of thing is the ICBO only, because ICBO will be having a significant effect on the IC. So S will be defined as the rate of change of collector current with respect to ICBO, and you will have to keep these two parameters as a constant. We are not replacing any transistor, and VB is not changing. So in that case, how to find the equation for the stability factor? So there are two steps. So first you will have to evaluate the base current value. The first step is to evaluate the base current, and after finding out the base current, then you will have to find the IC value. Then after getting the IC value, you just simply take the differentiation of IC with respect to IC. So in that case, we will be getting the stability factor. So we'll take a look of it. So now we will how to find the IB value, because our first step is to evaluate the base current. Now if you want to evaluate the base current, so in that case apply the KVL. So when you are applying the KVL, so what is going to happen? You can see here, when you are applying the KVL, so VCC minus IBRB minus VBE. So from this, you can have this IB value. So now you put this IB value in which equation? Because you want to find the collector current. So collector current can be written as IC will be equals to beta IB 1 plus beta into ICBO. Now you put this IB value here. So you can see after putting the IB value, your collector current equation will be modified. So IC will be equals to beta into this value 1 plus beta into ICBO. Our aim is to take the differentiation, and because we want S will be equals to DIC upon DICBO. So now in this case you can see ICBO is there. So you simply differentiate the entire equation with respect to IC, but keeping this VBE and beta as a constant. So when you are taking the differentiation of the entire equation by IC, so this will be differentiated by IC. So this will be DIC upon DIC. Now you differentiate this term by DIC. Now again you differentiate this term by DIC. So in that case, what is going to happen? Now you can see here DIC upon DIC will be equals to 1. Now beta is a constant. We have taken beta as a constant value. So beta will come out. So beta into D of DIC upon VCC minus VBE upon RB. Now this RB is a fixed value. It is also coming out. Then DIC VCC minus VBE. Now you can see here this VCC value is a fixed value. Battery is fixed. We have not changed the battery. So this is also fixed. This is also fixed. So if you take the differentiation of both, then this will be 0 minus 0 and beta into RB. So this entire term will become 0. So now coming to here, so 1 plus beta, this will be coming out because 1 is a constant, beta is also constant. So this will be DICBO upon DIC. Now if you do some mathematics, then you are going to get the equation. Now what is DICBO upon DIC? Our aim is to find S will be equals to DIC upon DICBO, but in this equation you are getting the term as DIC. So that is what? That will be 1 upon S. So you can simply replace this value by 1 upon S. So in that case, your equation will be 1 will be equals to 1 plus beta into 1 upon S. So S will be beta plus 1. So you can see here the stability factor will be very, very high. The stability factor is equals to S will be equals to beta plus 1. Now if you put beta as 50, then S will be equals to 50 plus 51. So this is the highest value, and because of that your fixed bias circuit is not stable. So if this is higher value, system is not stable. So there is one more way to find the stability factor. We can always also go for the generalized equation for the stability factor. So that we will try to understand now. So now we will be finding the generalized equation. So in the generalized equation, so how to find that? So you can see you are having this IC will be equals to beta IB 1 plus beta into ICBO. You just take the differentiation of this equation with respect to IC, keeping your beta and VB as constant. So now you can see here DIC upon DIC is where beta is coming out. So DIB upon IC 1 plus beta into DICBU upon DIB. You can we have just replaced this by 1 by S. So beta plus 1 upon we want to have the S value to a simple mathematics, and then you will get the generalized equation. Now this equation is applicable for any biasing circuit. So using this also you can easily evaluate the stability factor. So there are two ways by which you can find the stability factor. So this is the stability factor of a fixed bias circuit. So if you're having any doubts or query, then you can always contact me. So thanks a lot for today.